Welcome back to Views with Hughes and Different News. This is Jerome Hughes, and story of the hour, breaking news. Disney has released a new video targeting the for the shareholders and everything. So let's go ahead and get right into this video.
What's the harm of letting activist investor Nelson Peltz or Jay Rasulo have a seat on Disney's board? The answer is simple. If they succeed, Disney could suffer the same fate as other great companies that Peltz has previously infiltrated, such as GE and DuPont. Nelson Peltz has a long history of attacking companies to the ultimate detriment of shareholder value. His quest also seems more about vanity than a belief in Disney. Why else would he sell 500,000 Disney shares over the past 6 months in the middle of his proxy fight? Plus, he has no media expertise and no experience in running a global entertainment company powered by creativity.
They said I have no media experience. I don't claim to have any.
And then there's Jay Rasulo, a former Disney employee who was passed over for a promotion nearly a decade ago. He hasn't been employed since leaving Disney, and the last time he joined the board of a media company, the stock tanked. What's more, Peltz and Rasulo have teamed up with another disgruntled former employee, Ike Perlmutter, who has his own lengthy record of destructive behavior inside Disney. Perlmutter has a well-documented grudge with Disney CEO Bob Iger. This sort of personal animus in the boardroom is more than disruptive, it can be destructive. Especially at this critical time when, despite all of these distractions, Bob Iger and his management team have engineered an ambitious plan to build Disney's future, positioning the company for a new era of sustained growth and value creation.
The last thing that we need right now is to be distracted in terms of our time, our energy, by an activist or activists.
In fiscal 2024, they expect cash flow to exceed initial projections and have set a target of $3 billion in stock repurchases. The board also declared a cash dividend of 45 cents per share, an increase of 50% versus the last dividend paid, threatened to jeopardize the incredible progress the company has made since Bob returned as CEO. At this critical moment, we simply cannot let that happen. The choice is clear. Vote Disney.
Okay, all right. I did watch the video earlier. And I did take a few notes about what was happening, analyzing and everything. So, and I got them to the side as well. First and foremost, in the video, they stated that how they left out the part where Iger had left Disney, dumped a bunch of money into Funko. Okay, you know, the Funkos and everything that we stack up and all of that. And it just, yeah, he brought that into that. And when he did that, becoming a advisor to the board and stuff, the stock tanked. Okay, the stock tanked. Not only that, but Iger and his on board is the reason why Disney is in the kind of crap that it's in right now. And then they accused Peltz and Rasulo being problematic, destructive. But interesting part, Nelson Peltz and Jay Rasulo never spoke any kind of bad words or crap about Iger and his board. Okay, and also Peltz also talked about how he would enjoy going to the movies, to the parks, and watch the movies as well. And then also you have Iger accusing Peltz of selling over 500,000 shares to start the proxy fight when no one in the board owns any of the Disney stock themselves. And let alone is the interesting part about that, he still owns about like millions of shares himself. You know, Nelson Peltz. So he is still in the right to start a proxy fight. Not to mention that last year he held off on it and stuff, and just to give Bob Iger a chance to go ahead and prove how he can actually help the company make more profit, become more successful. In reality, he didn't live up to that promise. That's when Nelson Peltz actually started that proxy fight itself. And then you also have where, you know, they accused Nelson Peltz as well as Jay Rasulo trying to replace them and all of that. But in reality, Nelson Peltz is not looking to run the company. And he even said that he doesn't have much media experience, while Iger doesn't have any creativity experience for Disney, let alone let other people. He doesn't even let other people be creative themselves. His only way of being creative is actually buying other companies and actually putting woke messaging into the IPs himself. That's Iger's definition of being creative. And they also attacked Jay Rasulo, claiming that he left Disney when in reality he actually retired from the company, and also claiming that Jay Rasulo also tanked the iHeartRadio stock while not admitting how Iger tanked the Disney stock himself. And then they also attacked Ike Perlmutter, okay, calling him a disgruntled employee with a grudge against Iger, but never mentioned how Iger had fired him because of the vendetta he had against Ike Perlmutter, and for Perlmutter because Perlmutter sided with Nelson Peltz, okay. Also, not to mention, Nelson Peltz and Jay Rasulo never said anything about firing Bob Iger or trying to replace him themselves, but simply want a succession plan. Succession plan meaning that there's someone that's creating a pipeline of people who are in line for that position, okay? So basically, anyone who's looking to go ahead and replace those who are currently on the board, okay? Iger was destructive in firing Perlmutter, not the other way around. Disney also has no plan compared to what Universal Studios is doing and everything with their coming epic Universal epic attractions and stuff. Okay, foreign parks are getting more things. And I'm talking about Shanghai. Okay, Disney Shanghai. I'm talking about them. They're getting more things and stuff, and then the home-based companies are getting nothing except for restructured attraction based on them trying to avoid accusations of being racist. I'm talking about Tiana's adventure attraction being replaced with the previous attraction of the mountain. Okay. And Iger's also been distracting customers with the politics and stuff where and Disney actually got a reprieve, and it only led to lots of box office flops and firing employees in executive positions. And Disney didn't even give the stock buybacks and dividends until they saw that Nelson Peltz was gunning for board seats and restarted the proxy fight. Okay, and he also, we also knows that Disney only did these things to give promised dividends as well as and giving, and start doing stock buybacks and stuff because of the fact that they now know that they're about to be replaced. Okay, there's a large number of shareholders out there looking to actually vote for Nelson Peltz and his board nominees. But the problem is Disney decided to go ahead and make this move back in February to express this rather than just going ahead and start making the right moves again. Okay. Disney also believed that the stock is going up when right around the time when they made the announcements about what they have planned for the future, with Moana 2 as well as Deadpool and all that. But in reality, it was because of the announcements about Nelson Peltz of the shareholder votes. Okay, that's when the stocks started going back up over $100 a share. Disney also claimed that they're open to new and great ideas from the shareholders, but those who had good ideas got pushed out of the company. Those ideas also challenged their agenda, and that's what led to the ideas of actually being sidelined. Okay, and also they accused Nelson Peltz of putting out there 130-page white papers and stuff to actually cause a big distraction from the company's quote-unquote progress that has been making. But in reality, the purpose of the white papers was to actually get Disney from being political and simply get back into entertaining. Okay. So basically, Disney is just simply covering up the fact that the board doesn't know what they're doing. Okay, no one on the board has any inkling of creativity and everything to bring any new ideas to the table, but instead they're just going toe on toe with what Bob Iger put out there. Why? Because they were chosen by Bob Iger, and if they put anything up there for Bob Iger, like any ideas and stuff, he was going to let them go. Okay, and Disney also claimed that it was successful when Bob Iger returned to the company. That in reality, that's not even true. That's not even true. Because of the fact that you have box office failures back to back, as well as the fact that the company did not make the money it did in each share and stuff of its stock price. It's always been in the red for majority of the time. And also, Disney has actually led the box office with flops with woke agendas under the guise of entertaining movies that are supposed to be entertaining, and then failed also the legal battles against the Florida governor Ron DeSantis and everything. And they're not willing to focus on films and entertainment, but they're stuck with focusing on films. Well, not films. They're focusing on cruises and theme parks. Okay, so and they didn't focus on that, as well as didn't even make any corrections. Okay. The only successful projects were of those that happened under the company as of recent times was the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 under James' control, because he had creative control of that movie. And then it was also Avatar: The Way of Water. It was released through Disney. Disney didn't create it. It was created and owned by James Cameron. Okay? The fact of the matter is, Bob Iger has a lot of explaining to do, like I said before. Okay, and it's not looking good for him. All they did was just go ahead and put out there a piece of political propaganda for the shareholders to go ahead and badmouth the people who didn't even badmouth him in the first place. Disney is desperate. Bob Iger is desperate. Okay, so let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Do you think that this was more like a political ad, a propaganda ad, or do you think that, you know, it's just Disney's way of putting out there a particular video and stuff to try to convince the shareholders to go ahead and vote for them and stuff to see like have them to like their way of proving that they've actually done good for the company, not the bad that Nelson Peltz and Ike Perlmutter and Jay Rasulo said that they've done. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to smash like button and share for this video for our wide social media if you enjoy this video, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel, click bell notifications so that way you know when I find future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.